hit the stream button, then stare at the screen. Someone says, "Are we live?" Nobody knows what it means. The mic's on mute, the camera's crooked again. We've been sitting here talking to absolutely no one, my friend. Wait, are we live now? No, I think, oh yeah, now we're live. But we're slow to catch on, and we're fine with that. Brain's a little late, like a dial-up modem back in '98. If it takes a minute, just sing along, grab a snack, relax, you're already part of the song. We're slow to catch on, and honestly, we kinda like it like that. She's the smart one, except when she loses her phone. The older guy swears he had it figured out before, and spends 20 minutes yelling, "Why won't this button work anymore?" And the dude in his 40s says, "I'm techie, I'm the pro." Then plot to plan things out, but somehow chaos wins. And if jokes fly over our heads, they usually circle back again. We're slow to catch on, and we're fine with that. Late to the punchline, laughing after the chat. If you figured it out, hey, good for you. We're laughing about a minute or two. We're slow to catch on, and we're totally okay being like that. Funny examples, we Googled how to Google, we microwaved a spoon. We asked Alexa nicely, and she still left the room. We argued for an hour about daylight saving time, then realized we were reading the clock wrong the whole time. 'Cause we're slow to catch on, pull up a seat, laugh at the nonsense, tap your feet. We don't got it perfect, but we've got good hearts, and that's really all you need to start. Yeah, we're slow to catch on.
Welcome to Slow to Catch On, where mistakes were made. I'm here with my two hosts, Delta Wolf 449 and Saracen. So how was your guys' day today?
Fun.
Well. Oh goodness.
Dropped off my kid at school, had a nap.
I was going through, hold on, let me adjust my volume so I'm not so loud in people's ears. Try talking.
No.
Hello?
You can't make me.
Ooh. Now you guys are bigger mo's.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Hey. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. You.
No.
Yeah.
It was more like you said if you were a girl.
Yeah, you would die from septic shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my.
I'm not willing to help you find that answer, though.
Come on. Gotta help him realize his dreams. Yeah, it was the biggest regret.
Who do you think here would be most likely to survive the longest without a phone?
Without a phone? Oh,
Yeah.
definitely me.
I hate phones.
I would not survive.
Yeah, you came up with something. You're just the fish out of water on that one.
Delta
I
don't
went on
even-
vacation with my wife last year, and I left my phone in the hotel for like a week.
Yeah, but Delta don't even have a phone. You can give him a phone and he still doesn't use it.
Yeah, I just sits on my desk. Like literally, I use it to authenticate for Google Apps and stuff. And
Wow. All right. So I guess Delta wins. Yeah.
Who is the one person that you were on the phone with the longest ever in your life?
Me?
No, Delta.
Oh. Yeah,
And
that's what the
you-
other hand was doing.
Or when he's like trying to hold the phone, but like with his shoulder and he's kinking his neck.
Yeah. I don't talk to even people I like on the phone for long.
Oh,
Like,
I can.
I'm just like, get to it. What do you need to tell me? What do I need to know? Was in there for like an hour and you barely said anything. Oh, I got you.
Oh, I can talk all day. But I usually don't. Okay, but when I get into a conversation, like when my sister calls, I'll be on there for a good hour. Same with my mom. But that's about it. Oh, and my one friend, we'll talk for like a couple hours. That's about it.
I don't have friends that I talk to for that long.
Well,
Like even when Doodles comes over, we just end up sitting here. He's on his phone or computer, and I'm on my computer, and we just talk back and forth as we're doing shit. What? Oh. Yeah.
that's
This is like his second home, though. He comes over and it's just because he's family. He's Uncle Doodles. I'm not gonna put his name out there. Mm-hmm. I mean, crap. Bring. What?
see when me and my mom go out, we don't go on our phones. When I get in that car and we do all our traveling and shopping, we don't get on the phone. Now, if I get a notification, I'll look to make sure it's not, Delta and the kids, right? But then I put it back. The time you do your phone is when we get back to mom's house and she starts cooking dinner. Then you pull out your phone and you start doing your stuff with your phone. That's what is something you guys always lose?
Lose?
Yeah.
Always lose. I don't lose things. The only time I really lose something is when somebody else borrows it and doesn't put it back where it's supposed to be. Then I had to go
okay.
hunting for it and find out who the person was that was using it. And
So you're the type of person you have to put that item right back where you got it.
no, it's usually in a general area. Like I have a shelf behind me and it has a bunch of stuff and it looks like total chaos. But if you ask me for a specific thing, I could tell you which shelf it's on.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, because
Oh yeah, that's the way it is.
so Delta, what's something you always
I was gonna say the same thing.
do? Yeah, that's right. You're always like, I don't know where I put that, and I'm like, yeah, you put it here. Me? Okay.
My wife is always like, "Hey, honey, where's this?" And I'm like, "It's over there." And she's like, "I don't know where you're talking about." And I walk over and point to it. It's right there.
Me, it would be my oh. Me, it would be my phone pen. Oh my god, I put it down, and then I forget where I put it, and I gotta go look for it. And that's the same with me.
Well, that's called children. Not the dad. My what?
What is something you guys always forget?
Well, it really depends on what it is because I have a priorities in my head. If it's important, I remember it. If it's not important, I don't give a fuck. Well, that explains the roller coaster comment from yesterday. Well, Monday. Sound patch.
Me, I don't know. I got like so many. Like I'm usually the one that remembers everything. So when I'm trying to talk, sometimes I just go blank and I forget what I'm saying. Yeah, good thing I take care of that shit. So, hey, baby. Or you tell him, okay, take my bank card. Well, his dumbass takes his bank card. And I tell him this, I tell him like 3 times before the door, and he goes, you don't have to tell me so many times. He leaves, I go, he took his. Or you say, did you grab the bank card? Yep, got it. And then he goes out, or he goes, where's the bank card? I put it right next to me. Or put it over there. And he leaves, and I'm like, oh, shoot. And you can't even see him down the street no more. I'm like, well, he'll be coming back for that. Oh,
You're lucky I'm wearing pants.
now I have to remind him to bring the bag too. I'll be like, hey, did you bring any bags? He's like, oh, shoot. I'm always reminding you, shit.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Oh God, I know. Not that important. You know what I love on Facebook? They have the oh shoot. No, it's the martial arts guys, the fake martial arts. No, there's this one guy. He's Russian, and he does all these like quirky, jerky moves, and like throws a kick out. And it's funny because he's like doing all these weird extra movements, and then he throws this little kick out, or it looks like he basically falls into like the punching bag or whatever, and he's like teaching people like karate master and shit. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube called Master Ken, and the shit he does, his tagline is always restomp the groin. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's hilarious. He also has a cameo, like he'll do stuff like if you write in or whatever, you pay him. Slow cooker. Uh-oh. My wife and I were listening to the show on in the car earlier, and she's like, "Is that you?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I didn't even realize it was you." I'm like, "I didn't recognize it was me either. I hate the way my voice sounds being recorded."
The part where you told me off that movie that you were going to get a duplex, so when I'm bad, you can put me to the other side.
Oh, my wife was dying over that one. My wife was like, "Did he say a trap door?" And she could just back in. Right? Yeah. Get over there.
Don't go
Right?
far.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know how to handle your mood swings sometimes. Right, right.
He actually doesn't yell. He's like,
Right? It's not, it is no longer productive.
well, know your place, and I won't have the yelling.
Oh, damn! I do that with my wife all the time. I start shit with her just to get her to change her mood. Like, she'll be grumpy or sad or something, and I'll go in and just say some random shit and just absolutely upset her till she's like smacking me in the shoulder or something. And then I stop and look at her. Feel better? I hate you sometimes. Oh, she would never do that.
I don't do that to you.
Oh.
No, don't you dare. No.
Yep. I have a little murder fur ball now.
The one time, right? He
Oh, the
would,
one time.
well, most of the time, we'd be playing around, and I'd go grab him, and he'd move, and my nail would scratch him.
Oh.
I don't get your head.
Uh-oh. Shots fired. Shots fired. What you actually do and what he tells us, two different things.
Yeah, the not truth.
Yep.
Yeah, really?
Right? I haven't shed a tear in 20 years. Right. Yeah, you stuff it down. Yeah, you just cram it down until it becomes like an actual physical ailment.
I can't say that because I cry probably once a week. What?
What?
No, nothing to do with you. I'm happy when I think about you.
Uh-oh.
No,
You'll
because like
hear. Oh,
sometimes I'll be watching something, and I'll be like,
right? Where's the baseball bat? Ah, yeah. Well, you didn't. She
so
didn't
I
answer the
had,
phone that day.
so I had the one question: who's most likely to cry during a movie? And I guess I won that one, eh?
If you can think of it as a win, then yes, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but no, I've never done that. I'm sorry, my balls are too big. I just can't do it. Oh my goodness. I almost cried during a John Wayne movie. Yeah.
When it comes to like when it's kids, like or anything like that, I end up crying. Or pets, like little animals or something, and they.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yes. Righteous indignation. Mm-hmm. I stopped watching movies because within 10 minutes I already know the plot. I already know who's doing what to who and for how many cookies. And my wife is like, "How did you know that?" I'm just sitting there looking at her like, "Yep, because this shit is predictable." Right? It seems that you're doing a bang-up job so far.
I think I think it's more the dynamic of the people that he has now.
Well, you can't multitask? What the hell?
Do not try for things. Oh, you'll get your cookie, baby.
Uh-oh. Thank God we don't have a camera. Oh. Like he was one of my favorite ones. He's walking along the creek bed, and there's a kid fishing, and he's like, "No, son, you don't want to be fishing there. The sun's coming down, it's putting a shadow on the creek. You should be on the other side where they won't see that. You'll be better at it." He's like, "I can't swim." He's like, "How old are you?" And he's like, "I'm 8." Grabs him and throws him in the water. My dad was a huge John Wayne fan, and where we live, we're surrounded by rivers. The Chesapeake Bay, it's like the largest bay on the East Coast. And so I grew up on the water, in a boat, around boats. My dad was a huge boat aficionado. I remember we were going somewhere, and he pulled up to the sandbar. He's like, "All right, get out and go swimming." And I was like, "I can't swim." He's like, "What?" I said, "I can't swim." And he grabs me and throws me in. I flail around for a good 2 minutes, screaming my head off, and then he leans down over the boat, looks at me, and says, "Now stand up." Exactly. Stood up. The water was like in a mid-chest high, and he's like, "Don't be dumb." Now, and after watching that John Wayne when I was an adult, and when John Wayne threw that kid, I was like, my dad did the same fucking thing. Excuse my language.
I'd rather go swimming in a pool.
Well, I grew up swimming in the rivers and lakes.
I
Yeah,
still
potato
rather
eat.
the pool.
Oh, I used to. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine and I did that. His uncle owned a boat rental place, like John boats, little John boat things, flat bottom boats with a motor on the back. And he had off on Wednesdays, so Wednesday we would go out. Like Tuesday night we'd go out night fishing, and then Wednesday we'd go out day fishing or something. And he would always take care of everything, put the bait on and take the fish off because he knew I was allergic. But during the day we would snorkel around the old bridge piers, because you got to think this is Maryland, so it was like Civil War time. We still had some infrastructure from those days around here, and we would go swimming along the river and picking up fishing lures. We found boat motors. I found a pair of pants with a wallet in it once. And by the end of the summer, he had collected an entire 5-gallon bucket of fishing lures. And he would sit there after the place closed. He would scrub them down, and they would resell them in the tackle shop. So by the end of summer, he comes up and hands me $300. I'm like, "What the hell's this?" He's like, "That's your half." "My half of what?" He's like, "Well, I sold some fishing lures, that boat motor, and the anchors that we found." And he's like, "That's your half." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." And just pocket in my money, but I was just doing it for the fun. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Yep. Yeah, it sounds like it was like some kind of like medical facility or something like that. Right. Oh, that was lovely. Cannonballs? They exploded? Goodness. Don't touch it. Have you seen those magnet fishing guys on the internet? How big? Well, you ordered it from Temu.
And how much pounds did it say it should lift?
What? For the fun. Yeah, you give me a tool and a place that has, you know, I'll sit there and pound on it all day. Yeah.
What do you mean,
I
give
would-
me an old Chuck Chuck?
Mm-hmm. A Freedom Seed launcher.
Oh,
Get off my lawn! Now that's some deep south stuff. No, but I would love to, like, I wish I had a metal detector and like some of the little accoutrement to go with it, like, you know, the screen shovel or whatever it's called, and maybe a pinpointer, and I would just walk the beach metal detect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Oh. 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 Yeah.
aww.
Aw, somebody want to get laid tonight. Right? By the end of the stream, you guys will be fighting. You said this.
We actually don't fight much. Like if he's a jackass and I tell him, then it only lasts.
I remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking, and you guys had run out of cigarettes. And let me tell you, I thought I was on an episode of the Springer Show.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't domestic, but it was just like back and forth. I'm like, God damn. Made me want to go buy a carton of cigarettes, so I don't act like that.
Well, that's
Huh?
what happens when you run out and
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
like ornery. But we don't like do anything back.
Oh, you guys weren't like mad or anything like that. You were joking, but some of those jokes were like they had some bite to them. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I know. Know all about it. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, babe. Sorry, yeah, Delta's babe.
Well, I said I have another one.
Woohoo!
If you could pick one season that stays all year long, what
Fall.
season would you pick?
Well,
That's like when it's warm, but it's breezy.
cool breezes, and it's great to be around a campfire. Yep. Because spring everything's coming back. You got the pollen and the bugs and blah. But in the fall, it's cool enough to where the insects and shit go away. You can have a fire. You can throw in like a light jacket or something and be completely comfortable.
Oh.
Exactly.
See, I would have picked like something when it's like near the summer, but then I thought about bugs, so I picked fall too.
Oh god, yeah. The smell of the leaves and everything, and the stillness of the forest at night. Oh yeah.
Oh, and then the changing of the colors of the pretty leaves.
Mm. No. And nothing beats a light to medium snow in the wintertime when there's no wind. Everything is all quiet, and it gets real like audible, like the silence, and you're just watching the snow fall. Oh, it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is it about men and weather? Doesn't matter the weather, we want to watch it. Well,
I didn't say you were wrong about everything. I'm just saying you're wrong about most things.
most things, yeah, not everything. You were right when you chose her to be your girl. Everything else, wrong.
No.
Nah, I can't
So-
say that either.
Would you rather live without internet or air conditioning?
I would rather live without air conditioning because I pretty much do that now. mean, you guys know I have no heat and no air conditioning in my garage, and this is where my computer is. So I'm out here 14 plus hours a day on my computer. So I got lucky though. We had a heat wave, and it's like 64 degrees in my garage right now, so I'm really happy.
Oh, that's good. It's gotten like a little bit warmer here too.
Yeah, we're having like a heat wave.
But babe,
Count the winters. Mm-hmm. All in one season here. Oh man, the days are gone of the deep snows like when we were kids. Well, you're also in Canada, so you're really close to the north there. Me, when I was a kid, I remember 18 inches of snow and one snowfall, and mainly because you were pissed off you had to shovel out the driveway, and our driveway was long. Right? Well, we lived on a dirt road, so shoveling that snow was because if you went too deep, you're digging ruts in the road, knowing that you'll be out there in the spring patching them back up. Yeah, you're cutting that shit 2-3 times a week.
oh, that sucks for you. My daddy gave me $20 to cut the grass.
Do you have any brothers, Ash? Yeah. Do you have any brothers, Delta Girl?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I was never given the option of, getting paid to do the yard work. I was always smacked in the back of the head and told to go cut the grass. Then I cut the grass and I get smacked in the back of the head and told to rake up the lawn clippings. Then I rake up the lawn clippings and get smacked in the back of the head because I didn't dump them in the woods.
See, my dad, he paid me a couple times to do the grass. He never really asked me all the time. My sister usually cut it, but I don't think he paid her. But, yeah, so, so, like, when he left, because, he didn't live with us anymore, and my mom's like, go and cut the grass. I'm like, so, how much am I getting paid? You gonna pay me 20 like Dad did? She's like, you live here fucking free. Get out there and cut that grass. I'm like, alright.
Hmm. I made the mistake one time of asking my dad, why do I have to do this? And my dad looked at me and said, I guess you don't like eating. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, did you pay for this meal? No? Then you need to work for it. You need to earn it. Now get out there and chop that wood. Yeah. That's right. That whole give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man a fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Yep. We've done corn, dough balls. Yep. Well, I don't know what the fish were thinking. I just know that they would eat that shit. But now I don't get to do it. It's not fun. Me? It was a gar. I forget what type of. I think it was like a tiger gar or something like that. It's a freshwater fish that has a lot of teeth and a really long snout. And those things, oh, they'll shred the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. Well, we were snorkeling for lures and stuff, and I heard this crunch, 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 and I rounded this little rock and come face to face with this gar. And at this point, I am allergic to fish. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I did my best Jesus imitation and ran across the freaking water.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
he was
I
already
didn't-
eating something, though, so that was the problem. The crunch, crunch, crunch was him chewing into a crab. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Oh, they've caught sharks up here in the Chesapeake Bay, too. Hmm. Yeah. They've caught sturgeon this far up in the bay. Yeah, those things get huge. Right? He wasn't guilty. Yeah. Yeah, and that tail slap ain't no joke. Yeah. I don't know either. And don't get me started on the ocean. If I can't touch the bottom, I don't go out there. And the main reason is because when you're in the ocean, you're part of the food chain.
Yeah.
I'll stay up here where I'm not part of the circle of life. I love swimming and I love the water, but no sir, no thank you. That's cool. I'd love to take a glass bottom boat tour. I think that would be cool. Oh wow. Yeah, speaking of the Great Lakes, I went up to, I think it was Lake Michigan, near where my grandfather lived in Kalamazoo. He took me up there, and when you say a lake, in my mind, I don't think this huge inner sea ocean. I think it's a body, it's like a body of water, whatever. And I got there and I'm looking around like, oh my god, the size of this thing. Right? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Like I never realized, I never paid attention to when they said lake effect snow, and then here the last few years I watched the deep dives into weather, and I'm like, wow, they really do get hammered with snow, and it's because of the Great Lakes. It's not because like where I live, it's a storm front that moves through, and dumps a bunch of snow. This is actually generated because of the lake. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything coated nice. Yeah, it is. It really is. You sure that just wasn't a Saturday night in Detroit? And the hum from when they go off. Mm, yep, that's crazy stuff, man. Might have been sap. It boiled the sap right out, and that stuff is highly flammable. But yeah, in the wintertime, the sap wouldn't even be up there, so I'm thinking that it might have just zapped the crap out of it and liquefied that tree. That's some crazy stuff. Oh my
I don't
goodness.
think you can set water on fire.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh, why?
Because you're
Oh.
streaming, hun.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know which computer was doing which.
Would you rather give up music or movies?
Movies. Mm-mm.
Oh,
What about you?
I give up music because I'd rather watch movies. Oh, well, at least I can watch tons of movies.
I I can do so many different things with music playing. that I can't when there's a movie playing, because you got to pay attention to the movie. Like, you have visual cues and audible sounds and faces in the actors and stuff like that. But with music, you can just vibe and do all kinds of stuff. Like, I got paints from miniatures for Christmas, and I'm gonna be out here sometime soon. Crank on some music and just hear him paint minis all day. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's a tabletop. It's what they call tabletop RPGs. But Warhammer's more of just a tabletop battle sim. I have my army, you have your army, we fight. But I really like tactical stuff. Like, I'm a huge BattleTech fan. And that was a TTRPG. I built my robot army, you got your robot army, and we try and kill each other. Just fun. Well, yeah, it's been out since I was in my teen. I was like 16, 17. Oh yeah, D&D came out in, I think it was like 74, 75. Originally it was called Chainmail, written by Gary Gygax, and then it turned into TSR Company with Dungeons and Dragons. Then you had Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and then first edition, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now they're talking sixth. This game's been out for a hot minute, 50 years. We had, I don't know the name of it, but it was a triangular console type thing. And each side had a different game that you played. One had Pong, the tennis. Other one was a driving game with a little steering wheel and stick shift. And the other one was Quick Draw. Like a little cowboy would go dancing across the screen and you had to shoot it. Yeah, that's back when 8 bits looked like a movie.
I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was just about to say, that was just a new in, so we were excited to get whatever we got.
Oh yeah,
played a lot
yeah. We also tried to see who can catch it before it hit the ground. Oh god. Yep, got into paintball. I was huge into paintball. They couldn't believe a guy my size could be so quiet and so unseen. It's crazy. I army crawled up a hill to ambush a guy who was standing on the hill looking for people, and he never saw me. Half my team was sitting there watching. They were like, he's gonna get shot, he's gonna get shot. And I got there and I touched the guy on his foot with my gun pointing at him, and he's like, holy shit! I'm like, you're dead. And they were like, oh my god, how did you do that? No. I remember I was out with my friends, right? I was hanging out with my friends, and these guys, I'm so much older than my friend group. When I met them, they were still in high school, and I'm like 24, 25. And they wanted to go out and do something, so somebody made this stupid suggestion of playing German Spotlight. Like, okay, so we went to this guy's house, his grandparents' house. What? It whoever's it, they get a flashlight and they have to catch people, and by catching them, they have to shine the light on them and say their name, and then they go to the jail, so in quotes, and they sit there. What's that? Well, that's what it's just what they called it. But if somebody came up and tagged you while you're in jail, you were let go. You could go and rehide, and the person who's it had to catch everybody before he was no longer it. Well, this was back in the 90s, and there is a slight depression in the back of this yard. And by depression, I mean it's like a little drainage ditch. You wouldn't even stumble over it if you walked through it and didn't know it was there. But I'm laying there on the ground, and here I am, 6'4", 300 pounds. I'm laying on the ground in this ditch, and the guy who's it is walking around. He's shining his light, and he shined the light over this pine tree, and from my angle I can see under it, and I see a friend of mine's feet down underneath the tree, right? Because he's standing on the other side. Well, the guy turns his flashlight and starts walking off, and I put my hands together and go, yeah. Oh my God! Everybody started dying laughing. The guy's whipping around looking for me with the flashlight. I could reach out and touch him. That's how close he was. And he's swinging around this flashlight and he can't see anything. I look, and the tree is shaking because my friend is back there laughing so hard. He's holding onto the tree and the whole tree is shaking. And so the guy with the flashlight runs over there, and when he goes around the tree, my friend is gone, and I yak again, and the flashlight comes whipping around, and he walks right past me again. Everybody is laughing, and he's trying to find where everybody is because they're all laughing. And then finally he's like, all right, that's it, I'm done. And I just grab his foot and I say, yak. And he's like, holy shit, you were right there the whole time? Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you'll see how good parkour is when when the guy's chasing behind you. You're jumping off and anything and everything to try and get away from him. Yeah, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cushion the fall. Oh no. Left foot deploy now. Mistakes were made.
I told
They
you not
were.
to do that. No, I
Wow,
tried to.
we've been going for 70 minutes now. Uh-huh. I think we bored the good people enough.
Huh?
Well, it's
Wow.
supposed to be for an hour.
No, it's supposed to be for 2.
2?
Yeah.
I need to renegotiate my contract. It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
No, Delta said it was for an hour. Oh. No, there's no way I'm doing that. Oh, okay. All right, Delta girl, tell us something that you did from your childhood that was wild and crazy.
No, I ain't doing any of that, man. I was the type of girl that if that's gonna hurt me, I ain't doing that. Well, there was one time, this is one thing I'll never do again. There's this place that you can go up, and it's like a big hill.
Mm-hmm.
I rode my bike down it, and there was like this, when you get so far down the hill, there's another drop, and then there's a set of freaking metal stairways. So I'm hitting my brake. My brake ain't freaking breaking. So I'm lucky the person I was with just like, when I was like, he's like, "Get your brake." I'm like, "I can't." And then right as I got up to him, he pushed me. So that way
Yep.
I'd fall off my bike. It was a lot better than going down that metal staircase. I'll never do that again.
Oh my goodness. There wasn't a day that went by that I didn't have some kind of scrape, scratch, or cut from riding bikes. Yeah, I just at one point took them off. There's no point to them even being on there. You gotta put the weight on the back to keep it off the front to keep it from going over. Mm-hmm. Oh.
I remember one time when I was riding my bike. I love my mountain bike, and it was a toy bike. I didn't like that girl bike stuff. Anyway, so I'm riding it, and I'm riding it real fast down the street, and I hit this apartment, right? But you know how the sidewalk usually goes down into the driveway and that like area, and then it goes up. Well, this had curbs on both sides. So here I am, fly down there. Once I found that I just went down the freaking curb, here's another curb, and I go flying into the curb, and then my ski went into the barn. That hurt.
Yeah. Even those pads I used to have back in late 80s, early 90s for your bikes, those did nothing to cushion any kind of impact. Yep. Been there, done that. Ha! Hey, you wanted to get to speed. I grew up watching Evil Knievel. That guy was dangerous for kids. Oh, yeah, Super Dave. I love that guy. Was it Super Dave Osborne or something? Yep. And you knew it was fake, but it was funny. It was hilarious. You know what show I miss from my childhood the most? The Muppets. Yeah. Not the Muppets like the movies, but it was like a program that came on in the evenings, and the old guys in the chair on the balcony were so funny. Yeah, the Jim Henson Muppets, like Kermit the Frog, Pig, Miss Piggy, and all them.
But actually, the guys had them on their hand.
That's usually how they work it. No. Well, Jim Henson did help with the Sesame Street, but this was like an adult program, but not by today's adult program standards. It was like it was like adult humor, but not vulgar. You know what I mean? You got to think it's like 80s. They didn't have a lot of. They had a lot of things they couldn't say and do, but a lot of implications and. But yeah, it was a variety show. Fozzie Bear. Never heard of that. Oh, yeah. Huh.
Sure.
Oh no. Tauntaun, I know that. Oh yeah. What the heck is the name of that show? Are you talking? Oh, Tonto. You're talking about the Lone Ranger. Yeah. I was thinking some other, because you said Tuntun, and that was a name of a character in an old animated show. I couldn't remember the name of it, but yeah, you're talking about the Lone Ranger. Right. Hi ho, Silver.
What
yeah.
was your guys' favorite what's that? Movie star.
Who's my favorite movie star currently, right now, or of all time? All time, Sean Connery. Not just 007, but Sean Connery. I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Hunt for Red October. But my favorite Sean Connery role that he played was Ramirez in The Highlander. They're remaking that, by the way. Oh, sure. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, my top three favorite actors are Sean Connery, John Wayne, and Clint Eastwood. A lot further back. Hail Rider, Fistful of Dollars. Yep, yep. Good, Bad, the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars. Yeah. Not coming to mind. You're gonna have to tell me the name of the movie. High Noon? Then if it was High Noon, then that was Clint Eastwood. Huh. What age? Well, you know, the older you get, the more information that comes into your brain, and you got to try and sort it. But I don't remember any Red October actors who played bad cowboys. This is gonna bother me now. Oh, well, luckily for you, I can still Google.
You guys know who my... Well, you guys are probably gonna be like, oh, why? Well, I grew up always watching his movies. Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at the cast for Hunt for Red October, and there is nobody in there that would even remotely remind me of a cowboy villain.
Let me look at it. Babe, ask another question.
Okay.
Huh.
What's the smell that you love?
Fresh cut grass.
Really?
Yes.
Campfire.
Fresh cut grass. Campfire, that's not bad. Fall. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like rose water, you know, the sanitizer. I like anything like sweet and like flowery. Oh, what's that one spray that you got and we can't get anymore, baby?
Magnolia.
No, wasn't it like Lanier, whatever?
Yeah, Lanier is just French for like limited edition. It was Magnolia.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one. Oh, that was so good.
If we're talking fragrances, then I would have to go with Cool Water for me.
I'm more of a
And it-
melon.
It drove my ex crazy.
I knew you were gonna say melon, Ben.
Why? Why did she hated it?
No, she loved it. Oh my god! When I went to go visit the my son that we have, I would put it on purpose. This is after like I've married my wife and got kids and stuff. I'd put it on just to go visit my son, just to drive her nuts. I mean, it was like an aphrodisiac with this woman.
What do you mean go visit your son?
Yeah.
I have 4 children. The oldest is he'll be 32 next month. Well, all right, because he lived with his mom, so I would put it on just to go hang out with him. But mom's around. Yeah.
Oh, is this you have 2 baby moms?
Yes, that's generally how that happens.
Oh, but were you with your wife when you went to put that perfume on?
I don't put perfume on; it was cologne. But yeah, I was with my wife. No. Exactly. That's 100% what it was. Because I knew it would drive her crazy. I put it on, and I'm there with my wife while we're picking up my son or to take him somewhere or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I would just wear it to go there, and I could just see it in her eyes, shoot me daggers and, you son of a bitch.
That's freaking gross.
You need an oil change.
What's something you would never do again and why?
Something I would never do again, and why?
Yeah.
Well, I need more context because it depends on what you're talking about.
It's anything. What's something you would never do again?
I would
Why?
never have children.
Why?
Because, and it's not because of anything my children have done or that I'm upset with my children. I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. I love every single one of them. But I see how my effect on their life is. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife works, I'm an at-home dad, so I pretty much raise my kids. My wife helped 100%, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that, but they spent most of their time with me. Obviously, because my wife works. And, yeah. I've made mistakes, and I've had a lot of fun, but, I missed being free to do what I want when I was able to do what I want. You never know. And boy, have I been watching them. Hell no. No, sir.
What's something that you would never do again and why?
I almost drowned so many times as a kid, Snuff. I'm surprised I'm still here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, look, we're having a downpour with flash flooding. Let me go grab this inner tube and go down the creek on it. Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, yep. Outside was our computer system. Oh my goodness! No, you didn't. Right. 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 Huh? Yeah. Goodness. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. So you fall down, hit the water, knock all the air out of you, and then drown. The water will catch me. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's one thing I'll never do again. I did it one time, and I'll never do it again. Is went water skiing. I fell. I don't know how, but when my dad took off in the boat, I fell over forward. The handlebar got caught in between my legs, and so my dad dragged me for like 40 feet under the water. Then he finally stopped the boat. I popped to the surface. He's like, "What's the matter?" I'm like, "Nope, nope." And took off the skis and everything and went back in and never got back on them. Well, we were still next to shore. I could just stand up at this point, you know? Oh, God, no. Oh, God, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Delta, what's your biggest pet peeve?
What?
Yeah. What about you, Seraphin?
I hate being cut off mid-sentence.
Oh.
That is my biggest pet peeve. I'll be talking and somebody cut me off, and I'm like, and I get so upset with them cutting me off that I forget what I was trying to say, and it makes me even angrier. Oh, it's different if you're just sitting around shooting shit, but when you're having a conversation with somebody about something, especially if you're like debating your son over the merits of politics, which we won't get into, and they cut you off, and I'm just like, ugh. And they,
Oh, my biggest pet peeve is like when you're talking, like typing to someone, and you're telling them like what's going on and or whatever, and all they respond like go all into detail and everything, and then they just say cool, cool,
Or
really?
K.
Yeah. Oh, that pisses me right off.
Or it's code for information acknowledged, no more, nothing else to add to the conversation.
I see
Then-
that you weren't really fucking listening, and you just, so I'm like, whatever, and I go on to someone else.
Yeah. My wife learned a long time ago, don't give me a soliloquy, just tell me what it is that you need to do, brass tacks. If you need more information, come see me in person. Because I'm not going to, I hate typing, I'm dyslexic, and I can't spell worth a lick. But, so I hate typing and giving information, a lot of information, you know, on the paper or whatever in a text message. I tell people all the time, just get in Discord, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you the 12 steps it takes to do what it is you're asking me to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, just join this. You're like, oh, just join Discord. I'll tell you, and you can write it down.
Yeah, what was it? I was playing PAX Day the other day, and somebody had asked me, you know, what do you need to make such and such? And I'm like, you know, we have a Discord. Yeah, I said, okay, join the Discord and I'll talk you through it. But why? I said, because I'm not sitting here typing out a freaking paragraph just for you to ask me 1,200 more questions when I could just walk you through it.
Exactly.
Ugh, yeah. It's like, please, help me help you. Help me. Your shit's already out there. You have an email? Do you have a cell phone? You are already online. You're cooked, so... Ugh. I do not miss the 40-man raids in WoW. 100% do not miss it at all. Yeah, and that's when we use like TeamSpeak and shit like that.
Oh,
Oh god, I know. Speaking of e-girls. Right? Yeah, by the way, I was just on the game with Elon Musk yesterday, you know. People who are successful and stuff like that don't do the shit that we do. Right? Resting bitch face. Yeah. Or RBF for short. I'm serious. My wife's resting bitch face is like cute, because she will just sit there. Sometimes she'll have like a little smile on her face, or just her blank expression is just adorable. Like she would have to be mad for you to see her bitch face.
I was sitting one day this time I met my friend. My kids wanted to go to the school park after school, so I sat on the bench next to this girl, right? And I'm just sitting there watching the kids play on the jungle gym, and so is hers. And then, then we started talking, right?
Right.
So then Leah goes on, and I like as a relationship friendship. She's like, honestly, I was like, what was your first impressions of me? She's like, well, honestly, when we're sitting there, you had like this mean look on your face. I didn't know how to take it. Um, but then when I started talking to you, you were really nice. I'm like, oh, that's
No.
just my resting bitch face,
Oh my goodness. Or what didn't I do? Right, right. Are you plotting on me,
I
boy?
I never plot, baby.
She doesn't plot, she initiates.
What? What's a lie you believed for so long?
That somebody told me or that I told somebody? Because I lie a lot, but I'm honest about it.
No, a lie that you believed for so long.
Oh, a lie that I believe so for so long. Who my actual parents were.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know it at the time, but I just met my wife. My dad died, and my dad and I weren't close, but he's still your father. And I went to the funeral, and nobody would talk to me. They talked to everybody else. Hell, even my half brother they talked to. And I found out later that my dad's mom, my Oma, was telling everybody that I wasn't my dad's son because I looked nothing like my dad or his side of the family. And my dad used to say all the time when I was a kid, if you just didn't look so much like your mother. And I never realized what that meant. I just thought it was, something funny because he used to call me Porky, and that was my nickname. And it's not because I was fat; it's because I stuttered when I was younger. And so my dad had all these sayings and these ways of talking and colloquialisms and stuff. And whenever I did something that was questionable or just wasn't smart, he would just say, "If you just didn't look so much like your mother," and I would laugh and run off. And then I come to realize that my dad would, every time he said that, just didn't know if I was his son.
Oh, that's why you said if you didn't look so much like your mother.
Mm-hmm. Because I was a dead ringer from my mom. I could walk into her job, which was a security job. She didn't work security, but they had security in a building. And I would just walk in the front door, and they were like, "Oh, you're Linda's son. She's up on the 11th floor."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like my mom's doppelganger. Which I don't know if that's bad for mom or bad for me.
Did you ever talk to your mom about it, or was she already gone?
About who my dad was?
Yeah.
Oh, I asked her before she died, and she was like, "I can't believe you're asking me this." I'm like, "Well, this is why." And she's like, "That's just ridiculous." She never said yes or no. But in hindsight, does it matter? No. But I look at it like this: if it was a problem, I mean, if I did have a different father, how come he was never in my life? You know what I'm saying? Even after the fact, I'm an adult now and blah 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 or whatever. So does it matter? No. Ha! You're just a bunch of broken misfit toys. I'll
So,
fuck
babe,
you up.
all right. So, Delta, what's a lie you believed for so long?
This is gonna be good. First thing that came to mind when she asked you the question. Well, I'm your friend for sure. I just need your bank routing information. Uh-huh. Well, pick something else then.
What's a lie you believed for so long? I was gonna say that.
Aww. Oh. And why are we eating rabbit shit? Don't want to be here anymore.
What's
Goodness.
one moment you can delete?
What's one moment you can delete? Like
Yeah.
something
Oh.
you've never you.
It says a moment you wish you could delete.
I would say nothing because I like who I am, and the things that I went through made me what I am. Embarrassing moments. That time I shit in the pool. I wish that never happened.
Oh, wow. There's a, yeah.
I succumbed to peer pressure, so.
I mean,
Ooh.
What?
Did you shart?
Oh,
Yeah.
you pee-peed a little?
My gooch.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're in the backyard, right? We're having like a we did barbecue. No, first we're in the backyard with my mom, and we're having a barbecue, and he's sticking the stuff with the stick. Then he sits down, and the stick hits him in the balls, like through his shorts. He jumps. He goes, ah man, like whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
So then, when we're done all that, we go to the front yard, and we're sitting on the front porch. And me and my mom are up from the porch, and he just comes and he's going to sit down. And all of a sudden, he sits down. Then all of a sudden, you see this look in his eyes. He gets up real quick and goes, "Bad touch! Bad touch!" Here's this bee on the fucking and he like killed it. But it, oh my god, like, and it stung him right in between.
Right in the gooch.
Yeah. Yeah. You know it's love when your wife has to go down there and check it out. And but the one funny thing is like yeah, well no, me and mom were keeping it in, right? And then I'm like, babe, you okay? She's like, yeah, and it just bursted out. And once I bursted out, the mom bursted out. She's like, all right, now we don't have to hold this shit in. And laugh.
Bad touch, bad touch.
So my
Uh,
yeah, then I'm like,
Oh, that
Mom,
was lovely,
I'll
right?
be right back. I gotta go check in.
Oh man, this one time I was working at this construction rental place. They rent, construction equipment. Well, I went to get something for a customer, and it was frozen together. So when I pulled on it, it was laying on the ground. So when I pulled on it, it froze and it was stuck. I pulled my groin. Well, I'm laying there in pain, rolling around on the ground, holding my crotch, and everybody's standing around going, "What's the matter with you?" I'm like, "I don't know, and it fucking hurts, blah, blah, blah." And so I go to the doctor, and I had to have an x-ray and then an ultrasound on my testicles. So they send me to this place. I go in, and there isn't a man anywhere in sight. I look behind the counter, I walk up, and I tell him my name, and it's this hot, smoking young lady. She takes my information and stuff, and then she's like, "All right, go have a seat." And I limp over, I sit down, I'm watching. Every single person that worked there was at least an 8. You know what I mean? Every single woman there. Well, this hot chick comes out wearing like the naughty nurse outfit. I swear to God, that's how I remember it. She called my name, and I thought I was in like some kind of massage parlor place. I go in there, and she's like, "All right, lay down. What are we ultrasounding today?" And I was like, "My groin." And she was like, "Oh, really? Well, I'm going to need you to pull your pants down and hop up on the table." And she covered me up with a towel, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, please don't look at her. Please don't look at her, because she is smoking hot. Right? Margaret Thatcher naked! Margaret Thatcher naked! And she squirts this hot, not hot, but it was warm lubricant for the ultrasound, and starts wanding over my groin and testicles. And this thing is like humming, just hair on this wet liquid, and she's just rubbing it, and I look over at her by mistake, and oh my God, the towel stood up. Well, the look on her face, she accidentally hit it with her arm, and then she looked down and she's like, "Oh my." Well, I had to sit there in the waiting room for the results. So I'm sitting out in the lobby, and the woman who did the ultrasound comes out with a file, and she's handing it and talking to somebody, and they lean in like they're whispering, and she points over at me. And when she points over at me, the other lady looks up, and she was like blushing in her cheeks. And then she's like, so and so. She called my name, and I walked up to the front, and she's like, "Good news, your testicle isn't twisted or torted. Everything seems to be working just fine from what the text said." And the color drained out of my face.
You must have been pretty happy.
I was embarrassed as shit.
Yeah, but at least it was good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Don't you know, eh? I don't think she was asking if I was happy. I think she was asking if the boner was happy. right?
Oh
Yeah,
god.
that's right. You told me about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All week. Like I think it was like yeah, you went like all week to go get it stuffed.
Right. Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Especially if there isn't any dinner involved.
and we could walk in and there could be like a whole thing and then they come in and go, yep, come on, let's go. And we go right to the back.
More stickers. We gotta add more shit to the walls.
Did you get a lollipop too? Oh yeah. All week he didn't get nothing until his last visit, and then he gets a little sticker.
I'm prepared.
I know. I was there to hold you, my love. And he was
Well,
loving it.
my wife, my
And I was
favorite.
rubbing his head while it was buried in my boobs, going, "It's okay, babe." Yeah, my poor baby. What's something everyone loves but you hate?
Taylor Swift. Right, right.
It says what's something everyone loves but you hate.
Yeah, everybody loves Taylor Swift. Huh.
Did you- What's something everyone loves but you hate? Yeah. Yeah. And how the hell did you get me out of that? Love. Oh, so you love and hate me.
No, he loves you, but there's things that you do that he doesn't like.
Oh,
Now who
I
wasn't listening?
I could say the same thing for you there, champ.
We have proof.
What, what's something everyone loves but you hate, Sheriff?
I told you. Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah. See, mine would be fish. I hate fish.
Well, I don't like them right now because I'm allergic. It was a good one. Trends, yeah. Especially like the Tide Pod Challenge. Oh god, that's its
toilet.
natural collection.
And they do toilet seats too.
Lick the goddamn toilet.
Yeah, no.
What were some of the other ones they had?
Oh, what's the latest stupid thing that kids are doing? 6-7? What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, they were just going over that. They think it's like demonic or some shit. About something about two demon entity fucking deities or something.
Originally, the kids were like going, "Oh, 6-7, ha 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 ha," and you're like, "What the hell is that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just a thing that you say 6-7, and everyone's supposed to laugh." And I'm like, "But what's so funny about it?" You know what I mean? There's like no meaning to it.
Yeah, our kids just laughed and said, I think the other kids got some tided.
They caught some tism.
Yep.
Seraphim, were you around back then? Like, and well, of course you were around back then because you're little. But what I mean is, like, when we were kids, we grew up playing Pogs. Was Pogs a thing for your?
I was too old. I was too old for Pogs when they came out. I never really understood it. It's like, oh wow, you stack up some cardboard things and smack it with another one and whatever. It was kind of like marbles in my day. I saw no point to it.
Well,
I like marbles to collect the marbles. I didn't play the game marbles.
Yeah, but
It was hustle.
the game was when you played the Pogs and you put your sets in there.
Mm-hmm.
Other people had to put some of theirs in there, and if you smash it and it flips over, you get cheap though.
Yeah, I understand the concept of the game. I just, at the time when it came out, I was just like, what's the point in this?
If you were playing, like for Pogs, you'd have playing ones, and then you'd have ones that you would bet with. So you would have collectible ones. They were like, I guess, Pokemon, where you have like the rare Charizard and stuff.
Right.
There was one... Hairball. But there was ones like that were collectible, that there wasn't many of them. And Pogs was definitely around before your time, because Pogs started with the milk things. That's what they were, the seals that went on top of the milk containers, I think.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back later. Basically everything, if you go back through history, is just rinse and repeat. Like, everything from games to, like, zombies and trends like that. I mean,
Yeah, rebranded, remarketed, and repurchased.
Almost to a repeatable, predictable cycle. But Pogs, you would bet your rare collectible ones because you didn't want to damage them, right, on the side, and then you'd have some playing ones. And then, basically, whoever ended up with more of them at the end of it would basically win the game and win, whatever you bet. But, of course, you got kids that were like, I don't want to give you up. Marbles was the same thing. It was like you put so many in, and then you're trying to, like, win the other kids' marbles.
Yeah.
That's why it was a bragging right of how many you had.
Yeah, it says Pogs were, like, evolved from milk bottle caps in the 1920s, but exploded into global fad in the early 1990s.
Yep. Yeah, well, you gotta think in the 90s, I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
I'm not running around. At 91, I turned 20, so I'm not running around playing, Pogs with kids.
I never really got into Pokemon or anything like that, but I would play Pogs. I had a
The only card game I played was Magic the Gathering. I got the first deck that hit Richmond when they first came out, because I lived down in Richmond, Virginia. I worked at an appliance repair place, and right next door was the gaming store, One-Eyed Jacks. And it was like a role-playing store slash magic store. Like, he sold magic tricks and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, I just got these in. I'm like, Magic the Gathering, what is that? He's like, some kind of trading card game or whatever. I was like, here, let me get one. And I got the first pack out of the box, and we learned how to play, and we started tournaments and stuff back there. Because in the back they had a game room with these big tables where you could put terrain down and play tabletop games. The store's still there. And my God, that was so long ago.
I think Jacks followed the same basis too. You could like get the other person's, but that was just, I don't know. I think that was just designed to like leave scars in your hand.
But Jacks didn't have like their own unique pictures because it was just like metal, right?
Yeah, but you had different kinds. You had different types of jacks and stuff like that. You know, some of them were like twisted and looked pretty, and they just weren't generally the same. But I remember using jacks as a makeshift caltrop.
Makeshift
Yeah.
what?
Caltrop, it's something that no matter which way you throw it, no matter which way it lands, there's always something sharp and pointy sticking up. And I would drop them in the hallway in my house because my stepfather would get up in the morning and walk barefoot down the hall, and you always hear, "Ow, son of a bitch!"
I used to do that with Lego.
I wasn't rich enough to have Legos back then, but we had jacks and marbles and ball bearings, shit like that. We always leave stuff out there.
What about yo-yos?
I do love a good yo-yo.
Nowadays, they don't make good yo-yos like they used to, man.
It makes some really good yo-yos. I mean, if you just grab some, Cracker Jack box type off the shelf kind of yo-yo, yeah, they're pretty horrible, but they've got trick ones out, nylon strings, and
Right now?
yeah, with clutch assemblies in them. Like, you spin that thing so fast, the clutch opens up and it freely spins, and as it slows down, it finally catches and it'll jump right back up. Like, I used to be able to do an over the world, which is just, over the wrist, and hang it down at the bottom, and it would spin, and all I had to do was just bounce my finger a little bit, and it would disrupt the spin just enough to make the clutches catch, and it would come back up to my hand. Like, I would go spin it down, and I'm like, all right, now snap your fingers. And somebody'd snap their fingers, and it'd pop right back up. I haven't convinced that there was, like, some kind of electronics inside that when they heard the sound of a finger snap, it would immediately just come back up.
Oh my
was-
god.
Oh, yeah. I could do
But
the
they don't-
cradle, the walk the dog, the around the world, and
They don't make good ones like they used to back then, eh?
well, they do now. They're much better now. You should look up
Oh.
YouTube yo-yo tricks. Oh yeah, they made them to break you. Some bitch! It wraps around your neck and now you're choking yourself. Oh my goodness. Oh, we had kick the can.
I gotta go back to the LBA. Okay.
Somebody, whoever was it, would take a can and put it in the middle of wherever you're playing. And the object is you had to hide and kick the can before he tagged you. If you kicked the can before he tagged you, he continued to be it. But if he tagged you before you kicked the can, then you were it. but it was kind of like a sneak around and try and get to it. You know, he didn't know when you were coming. And this is all at night. This is never during the day. And we played in this parking lot across from my friend's house. And we're all hiding under cars and shit like that. And then when somebody goes for it, somebody else will go for it. And you're kind of like protecting a can. Just stupid shit to do in the middle of the night because we had nothing better else going on in our lives. And we didn't have the internet.
Yeah, I think it was like the last of the generation that got a taste of it. You know what I mean? Taste of the old school, but then introduced to the new school.
Yeah. I mean, you can only smoke so much weed and drink so much beer that it just gets, you know, not even worth it.
Wait.
In this one town we live near, there's a freight train line that goes right through the middle of town. And they always, they don't do it during the day, so they come through at night. And sometimes they'll have the rail cars on the track waiting. And we'll go up, and they have to come through at a slow pace because they're literally driving right through the middle of town. You could throw a rock and hit this train from your bedroom.
Yeah. I used to have one down here by Peelet. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and the town was linear because you had the river on one side and then like a sheer cliff on the other. So you could pretty much cross town easily, but everything was from one end to the other. So we would go to the train and ride it down to the other end of town, get whatever we were doing, and then walk back. Or if there's another train coming from the other direction, we'd hop on it and ride it down and jump off. Because at the time, we didn't care. What's going to happen? I fall off, I hurt myself? Or not, we're not thinking like, oh, I fall in between the cars and get run over and die. But stupid shit like that. Lots of pranks.
I mean, we did that too. They used to park there, and yeah, same thing. They come really slow, and we would actually play tag on the trains.
Yep.
We found out the hard way that train conductors can carry rock salt.
Yep. Well, we never really were doing shit to be malicious. Like, we weren't tagging trains or breaking into them, or we would just ride them or, you know, hang around them, kind of thing.
Yeah, same thing. Well, we got into a couple of them, but nothing that wasn't like wide open to begin with.
Yeah. I think that the most malicious thing we ever did is we went to town hall, and you know how they have the flagpoles out front?
Yeah.
We took a trash can, one of those big, not big ones, but like a 30-gallon trash can, and we hooked it to the can, the rope, and then we hoisted it up. And when you get to the top, you lower it down about a foot, and then you yank real hard. And what happens is the can goes up, hits the top of that pulley, and the can flips over and lands on top of the pole.
You're a dick.
Yes, you can't pull it up. You can't pull it down. It's stuck there. We did all 3 flagpoles out in front. And it wasn't their trash can, so we had to get trash cans from the neighbor's house to do it. Right? How did somebody climb up there? But no, they had to get a scissor lift out and everything. And you know, like one of those cherry pickers, I think they're called, or the utility truck with the bucket. To get up there to get the can off. Oh my god, that's when they started locking up the flagpoles, the controls. Put a little metal box on it. The shit we used to do for fun.
What's your favorite toy you did?
My favorite toy as a kid?
Yeah.
I had 2. One was not full size, but it was like a 3-foot tall Godzilla. And it had a little lever on the back. When you pull the lever down, this little flame tongue would come whooshing out, and you know, you could pose his hands, and he had a tail. But my favorite one was a Wile E. Coyote stuffed animal that whenever I got mad, I would beat the shit out of him. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nope, couldn't win. What about you?
Me,
If you see My Little Pony, I'm signing off.
No, I used to love my dolls, but still, I remember the one year I wanted these dolls. It was twin dolls, and the one would like when you feed it water with the little bottle, one would like do its little bubbles out of its nose, and then the other one would do bubbles out of its mouth. And mine ended up where the neck was leaking, right?
Right.
And my mom's like, "Oh, we gotta bring it back to the store and get a new one." And I'm like, "Oh, that's the one Santa gave me." And I was like attached to it because Santa gave it to me, and I felt bad going to the store to exchange it.
Right.
So I kept it and I just taped it so it didn't leak. So here's the doll with tape on its neck.
I think there's something wrong with your daughter. Why? Because her doll's got choke marks. Oh, holy crap. We've been at it for over 2 hours?
Yeah. Why? What did you like? Lego?
No. I know where you're at. I know where you're at.
Are you talking about the computer?
Your audio is messed up. Your audio is messed up. You're not coming through clear.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Weirdo. Right.
All the body parts all over. See, I never did that because I never wanted to ruin my toy.
I took an old a Luke Skywalker action figure. Luke Skywalker action figure. The one with the lightsaber that you would push from the back and would pop out his hand. I strapped a bottle rocket to him and lit him up, and I never saw him again.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's falling apart. Like it has like I think it's missing an arm. Yeah.
You'll just have to replace it with some real body parts.
No.
At an early age, he's learning how to strip people for parts. Oh, goodness.
See, there's a difference between me and him. Well, my mom gave me my toys, right, and they're all intact and all good. if it was him, you'll be getting like a bin full of freaking toys all parted.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. The shit that was dangerous. Oh yeah, yeah.
Babe Saracen has to go eat dinner.
I could have said that. That's why I said
Oh.
it to you in a text message.
Well, I can't tell him in a message.
Well, I don't.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I'll next time.
Alright, see you later, hon.
Bye, everybody.
Alright. Another question. Okay, let's see here. What is most awkward social interaction? Oh, I can see that with you. Mine's like, well, I don't know if it's like a social interaction, but like the one day when I was like on the bus and I was thinking and I was in my own head, and then I came back and there was a guy sitting there waving his hand, like going, "Are you okay? Are you there?" That was embarrassing. The stupidest way I got hurt. Pardon? Oh, I can't help that. When I was on the phone, well, I didn't really get hurt, but I was on the phone and I went to go down the stairs, but I completely forgot there was a step there. And I'm going backwards because I'm trying to hold everything in my hands and grab the door, and I go backwards and I go down the 2 steps and hit the wall. Yeah. Well, I had my phone in one hand. I was holding the phone and then I was just like was trying to go down and I completely forgot. Oh yeah, you gotta go down the 1 step. Yeah, because I was gonna try and close the door when I was going down. I learned that. Or the one time when I was going down the stairs and I didn't I don't know what happened. I must have tripped the tip of my shoe off the stair or something, because then I ended up going down the stairs on my knees, scraping down all the way. Or just like a couple weeks ago, it snowed, and I didn't notice the bottom stair had ice on it, and you could tell it had ice on it. But me, didn't look, started walking down the stairs, and I slipped, and I fell right down the stairs. Yep. Maybe, because that was horrible. I was hurting for weeks. What's yours, babe? See, I didn't climb trees because my dad, if he see me climbing a tree, he'd yell at me and say, "Trees are to be looked at, not climbed." What about that one time when you and your friends thought it was so cool to tie your hands behind your back with your coat, and you went on. Oh yeah, you're lucky you didn't knock your chiclet. Yeah, but you have good teeth, so I'm glad that you didn't knock your teeth. Oh yeah, that. Well, you're lucky that you didn't lose any of your teeth. 'Cause that would have been so bad. Cause you have the cutest little smile when you use your teeth. See, you did a lot more stupider shit than I did. Yeah, yeah, I would be the type that looks at the situation and be like, "You want me to do that?" I don't think so. Me going down on my bike on the hill, that scares the shit out of me. I will never drive my bike down the hill again, and that's why I'm always like, I let I put my guard down, and look what happened. So I never put my guard down again. Okay. So now, if they go, "Let's do this," and I'm like, "It sounds dangerous. I think I'll like hold that one out. You go hurt yourself though." Learn to fall right. Would you? Would you? Oh yes, and then you have to like squirrel for the trees or the branches or those, the prickly bushes that are like overgrown and like the thorns, and you're driving your bike past it and it's catching on to you. Tell 'em about the spider. Remember, what about that corn spider? Remember that? So you're like, "Oh my god!" Whacking it. What would Would you rather always be cold or hot? I was thinking about that question myself, and I was like, you know what? Honestly, I'm always cold as is now. But when I go through like the little hot flashes, oh my god, that is the worst. So I'd rather be cold so I can warm up. Remember those days that when we would go out, out on our walk and we'd go sit under the tree and it was like a nice warm day, but it had a nice breeze and we sat under the tree. Those are the days I like. I would too. And I go to bars only whenever my sister comes down. And I, it's alright. Like, not that bad because we don't go to like those loud ones that for dancing. I can't stand those ones. But I'd rather stay home or go out like for a walk with you. And I'm not really a people person, like a big crowd. Yeah, that beach was really nice. We had it all to ourselves. It was a long freaking walk though, but it was really nice. When we got to that beach and I sat on that big log, I enjoyed it. And then I seen you guys on the rocks, but there's no way I was going on those rocks. I would have lost balance and probably ended up in the water. So, huh? Yeah, but you know how like you guys were sitting on that one rock, you would have had to like lift up. That would have not have been well for me. I would have like had to lift up, get up there, and lose balance, fall right in the water, be like, "Babe, help me!" Yeah, the kids loved it though. And our son loved running in the water. No. See, I went to the beach here and there. My mom was not really like, if you go to the beach, she liked going on the sand, but she didn't like going in the water. So I didn't really go in the waters, and plus I was not a really good swimmer. So the pool was better for me. But when I got older, I went to Lake Erie near the lighthouse, and I swam there. We would swim there for a bit until that like one day when we were out and the storm was coming, and then we were trying to go back in. My dog wouldn't go in. She was on the big cement thing going to the lighthouse, barking at us. So here I am trying to go, and freaking I almost got pulled in because something kept pulling my leg. I never really felt comfortable going back into the lake after that. I'd rather a pool. See, 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 we were out a little bit, right? But not too far out because I wouldn't go too far out. And we're just jumping the waves, just jumping. And then we noticed like the waves, it was like, it was shallower the farther we were out. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I kept feeling it pull, so the water must have came, was going out and then coming in. I don't know. Huh? Yeah, I was like, all right, let's get the hell. I almost drowned it. I'm not going back there. Yeah. Yeah. He was a wild child. Yeah, but then she probably looked and she's like, ah, he's out there. He's never gonna listen. Whatever. He'll come back when he's ready. Instead of telling you what to do, he's like, well, if you do this, this is what could happen. And you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna not do it. Yeah, because sometimes kids, when you tell them not to do it, they resent it and they go do it. Oh, oh my god, me and you when we went to the beach, remember? Delta was swimming and I'm like, babe, I can't swim much. And I wanted to be on his back because I didn't want to be out in the open. Yeah, it was. And I went to go jump and grab you. And freaking both my legs started Charlie horsing. Remember? You don't remember when me, you, your mom, sister, I was pregnant? Yeah. Mostly guys do all that type of stuff. Cause us women, well, I can't say all of us women. Some. Yeah, because us girls were more like, hey, we don't want you go. Well, actually, I got to go out a lot when I was younger, but I had curfews and stuff. But oh, I knew to be home when those street lights came on. 'Cause if I didn't, I'd have one of my parents screaming my name. Oh, I was mostly at the park, but then when I got in like high school, my curfew went from street lights to like 8 or 9. You know what I mean? Yeah, the page going. Yeah, true. Yeah, 'cause there was times that I was like at my friend's house and just like down the, where my one friend lives, like a block or so over, right? Like a block over, right? And I would just call my mom and say, "Hey, mom, I'm at my friend's house," and she was like, "Oh, okay," and I'll be like, "Can I spend the night?" Yeah. And then I was like high school. She didn't really care. As long as I got that, like near the end of high school, as long as I got that last bus home, I was fine. Yeah, I was not much of a drinker. See, see me, I would watch, but I didn't because I didn't want to do things that would upset my mom. See, my mom, she never, or my dad, but she wouldn't like hit me or anything. But like when she was mad, you felt that, and you felt hurt in your heart because you knew she like was so mad at you. So you would try and not get her mad. So I would just watch what I did. But when I did first drink, and I sent her that email about me drinking, anything, or hey mom, I smoke now. I don't want to ever never see that in your mouth again. Yeah, but I only did it once. I just didn't want her to be disappointed. Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah, the silence killed more than like my dad would yell, right? So the silence killed more than him yelling at me. Like like the one time I told my dad to F you, and actually I did that twice. The one time I stuck up the middle finger at him, and for 2 weeks he would not talk to me at all. And I would be like, hey dad, can I do this? And he'd stick up his middle finger up at me like I did to him. And it went on for 2 weeks. That just killed me. Then like a year or something goes by and he pissed me right off and I actually said it to him. So for another 2 weeks, I'd ask him and all he would say to me is F you, like I said to him. That killed me. Yeah, I would. But like, I had a good childhood. Like, my mom would get me anything that I wanted. Mostly everything that I had on my Christmas list, I get. Yeah, and I loved how mine was like, birthday was in the summer. Because I didn't have to go to school on my birthday and I got my little birthday party. I know. Yeah, that's what sucks for you because yours was like the first week of school and you got like school stuff for your birthday. How was your birthday? And you're like, today is my birthday. I'm at school. See, mine would be like right in summer, so I'd get my Christmas gifts, my Easter gifts, my birthday gifts, and then school stuff. I know. My mommy kept it down, you know. Really short. Well, see, we both got the same thing. Like, I loved when my mom got the chocolate bunnies, right? And I would be like, oh man, I got a chocolate bunny this year, right? Because I'm allergic to chocolate, right? So I break out in the chest, right? But it's not bad, only certain chocolates, right? So, um, so whenever we got the white chocolate, I'm like, oh, she found it this year. I did not want that white chocolate. I'd rather break out than eat that white chocolate. Yeah, but you know what? we would get a chocolate bunny or I would get a vanilla bunny, you know. But we would get that, and then my mom would get us like little outfits and stuff like that to go with it, and a little gift. And then Christmas, I'd have tons of presents. And then we'd go to my dad's mom's house in the morning for breakfast and get tons more presents. And then later that day on Christmas Day, we would go to um, my other grandma's house for dinner. Christmas isn't the same as it used to be. Is it because we don't get gifts? Uh, I think it's more of like the time to get together and have a nice meal and catch up what's going on through the year. Because sometimes when you don't see that person like all year long or not much in the year, and then you invite them over and you get to catch up with what they did all that year and spend some time, you know. Yeah, no fighting, getting along. Yeah, we didn't really fight. Like when we went to my grandma's house, we had like, oh my god, we had like tons of cousins and uncles and aunts. And it was like so packed. So you'd have some kids down in the basement playing, some in the bathroom playing with the cards. And we were all over the place. Well, I usually just hung out with two of my cousins. The rest my sister hung out with, I think. She was gone, the other ones, and I would just hang out with the two girls. Yeah, I would hit up, see, at my grandma's, I don't remember finger food. Maybe there was, but I was saving for that mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah, I think they had that too, but I was like more. I think I had a little bit, but then I saved for my dinner. 'Cause I love mashed potatoes and my grandma's home cooked gravy. Oh, it was so good. I would go back. I would eat my plate. Right? They put a little bit of turkey, and it had to be dark meat turkey. If it was white meat turkey, I wouldn't eat it because it's too dry for me. So I would eat, slop everything together, eat it, and I'd eat 4 plates of mashed potatoes and gravy. Because when I went back for seconds, I didn't get anything else but that mashed potatoes and gravy for my second plate. Yeah, but I love the mashed potatoes and gravy. That's my favorite. Why? And then they're like, oh. oh hey, do you want it? And I would get offered I'd eat so many, and then they'll be like, hey, there's like this much left of the potatoes, do you want it? I'll be like, yeah. And then there goes their leftovers, and I'm eating it. Well, it would have been their leftovers, but it ended up in my tummy. The side food? See, and that was, you were supposed to share that with other people and not eat it all. Oh, well, you just like freaking ate all that and missed out on the good meal because you're too full. Oh, okay, good. I would have not wasted any leftovers if there was sent any home. Yeah, I would get spoiled. We would go to my aunt's house for Christmas Eve and we'd have dinner there. And then we go home because after dinner, they would party or whatever. And then my mom and dad would leave and then come back, right? They own a store and it took like, be gone for an hour or so and then come back, right? And then later we'll go home and Santa came. So we'd open all our gifts and then in the morning we'd go to my grandma's house. And she would have tons of gifts and then we'd have breakfast with her. And then we went to my other grandma's house and had a big meal too. So I got spoiled with meals. That's probably why I'm fat.
We fucking went through, and you would wake up, you had to eat your breakfast. That was the rule. You couldn't touch shit until you ate your breakfast. Which I think they just did that to torture us and to guarantee we would eat the breakfast. So, after that, you got your stocking. You had to start with your stocking. Then you got all your gifts there. Put your shit away for family to come. Then the finger food start whipping out of the fridge. But see, I would go in the kitchen and help my mom prep that stuff. Like, she had a restaurant. Like, I've been around food a lot. I am surprised that I am not, like, a chunky dude myself. You know what I mean? Like, considering I'm 2 something, but I'm not.
You wear it well, babe.
Yeah. Like, the dad bod thing, I guess. And I'm only, like, 6 foot, so.
Yeah, what?
I'm only 6 foot, so. 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere between there.
Yeah, he is so tall, like taller than me. I can stand there, and he could put his chin right on the top of my head.
I don't see 6 foot as tall though.
Well, I'm 5'1", so.
It's a good average. I think like 5'10", 6 foot, between 5'10" and 6'2" is like pretty average.
Yeah. That's pretty good. And your shoe size is like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the one?
Okay, you better not go somewhere dark with this.
No. The one day, I think it was like Saturday, you know how it like started to snow a little bit and there was like little mist on the ground? And you must have went to the store, right? And came back. Well, when I came back, I seen this big ass footprint. And I'm like, the heck? I'm like, oh, that's his big feet. That was huge compared to my foot.
Yeah, but I don't do bad for 40. I mean, I've carried like, I know, 2 on each shoulder cases of water home for like 4 blocks.
Yeah, here I am going, babe, just get a cab. Just put the water in the cab and get a cab. He's like, no, I can save us money.
I make that $7 though.
Yeah, but that's your back though. And he'll go carry, like, go to the store, be like, there's enough for you to get a cab, just get a cab. He'll still carry water, pop, and then have like bags, like having them hang over the shoulders with in bags or whatever. And then he'd still have 2-3 bags in his hand walking home.
Yeah, eating multiple bags of pepperonis on my way.
I don't know how you could eat it when you had it all in your hand.
Honestly, probably from like dirt biking and being out in the woods out there. Like I always have a backpack with like, you know, water, all kinds of stuff in it, so I kind of got used to the weight. So like once it's up on my shoulders, it doesn't bother me as much. It's just when you got to hold it in your hand. But I don't think they can imagine. It's like when you go to empty the groceries and somebody pulled up with groceries and you're unloading your car and you fit every one of them in your hand that you can, so you can try and like take this massive load in. That's pretty much what I just like do and carry home. But you know what? If I didn't do that, I'd probably be like godly out of shape.
Yeah, but that's a lot. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be freaking walking, like, probably 10 steps from the store and saying, screw that crap, I'm calling a cab.
Shit, I've had to do 2-3 trips in a day a couple times.
I know, but that's what, you're a good dad, though.
Nah, I like the walks.
Like, a lot of people can't say they've done that.
Well, yeah, because they didn't, like, you know, they got their shit together and got a car. So, like, you know, it's not bad on them.
Even the ones that don't got their shit together, they wouldn't. Not a lot of them would go carry as much groceries as you do home for their family.
Yeah, but you know what? My kids will take care of me when I get old, hopefully.
What about, you say a lot about the kids, what about me? Like, do you not see me around when you're old or something?
Did you not just hear you describe Christmas? I think you'll be alright.
What do you mean?
I think you just got, like, the lucky omen, you know?
Wouldn't I be taking care of you?
You're gonna be old too. Do you not know how this works?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Don't be touching my baby food.
Well, you're gonna have to share the help there, sweetheart.
No, you've been coming in with your freaking reusable straws trying to suck up all my freaking peaches and shit.
I will not.
We'll be on here streaming with like 6 people watching by then.
6 people will be like, what question did you ask? And they'll be like, I forgot.
Slow to catch on slowly like takes a whole new solid meaning.
Yeah, it takes us a minute to comprehend what the other person said.
We're gonna have to scratch at the bottom and deaf. Eventually we just change it to what?
Like, I'll be like sitting there always going, what? What did you say?
Welcome to, what were we doing?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, gotta go AFK. You know, cough and then, you know.
Just put a bunch of like electronic body massagers on so like fall asleep on stream and people wake you up.
Oh my god. They'll be like, hey, you fell asleep on us again. And then we'll be like, oh, our 3 little viewers.
No, because you know what'll be a problem? Is
What?
we'll be old, so we'll still think like $2 and $5 is a lot, because we still think that now. And like we'll set like some low dono and I'll end up getting fried in my sleep because people just sat there running it.
Oh my god. Yeah. The $5 doesn't get you much anymore.
I mean, $5 is $5. $1 is $1. You got a lot of $1, you got $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm just saying is, like, to go buy something.
Oh, to go buy something? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, everything's like expensive. But like I appreciate every dollar that I get, but the prices it is freaking to buy things, it's horrible.
Yeah. Shit be expensive.
Hmm.
I said shit be expensive. Like even to go camping, it's like shit gets pricey nowadays.
I know, and then some places you can only go there if you have your own freaking RV.
That's what we had. Well, not an RV. We had a trailer, but like literally when we were done school, it was like as soon as I got home from school, it was as fast as I got home. Shit was all packed up. Like let's go lock up the house and we go out there for the summer.
Yeah, I didn't get that. My mom was always working, so we didn't get like to go off for the whole summer.
Oh no,
Your mom, see, the difference between your mom is she got the summer off. My mom didn't.
no, she didn't work there then.
Oh, okay.
She's worked for like Fords and stuff, you know what I mean? So like, no, she didn't get the summer off. They would actually drive all the way out there an hour and just go to work and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just preferred the like camper scene. It's just, I don't know, man. It was awesome. I have no complaints on it.
Who would watch you when they were gone to work?
Usually it being cycles. But for the most part, I was pretty self-reliant, you know what I mean? And they had others that would come check on me and kind of stuff. But during this time, I was like a bit older, so old enough to watch myself.
Well, that's good then.
So yeah, I just hang out and usually comb up and down the beach. But a lot of the time, the rules were like you couldn't go to certain areas till somebody was home. Because they could see me down on the beach from up on the cliff, so they could check what I was doing.
Yeah, because you're a little rugged little thing that loves to do all the dangerous stuff.
Why?
There's no way that I would hop on a log and ride it through the waves.
You say that till you've done it.
Yeah, and look what happened to you. It rolled on you.
Yeah, because
you could have died.
I went out in a storm. There's a big difference. I went out in a storm on a tree that had a lot of roots still kind of sticking out of it. That's the only part I went wrong on was when the wave picked it up and slammed it into the sand that was down below, and that's what kind of threw me over the one front side of it. Like if you go on a calm day and you were to sit on one, it's just like you can go out, jump off them, swim for a while, come back. You just gotta watch when you grab the one side when they roll. Try to grab one that doesn't have the roots all over the place.
See, you're lucky it didn't roll like it rolled right where the beach part was. Because if it did that when you were in deep water, man, you would drown it.
I mean, well, yeah, it'll pull you under. You just gotta worry about it hitting your head or something, but no, you just, I don't know, man. You swim out to the middle. I didn't see it as dangerous, man. I just seen it as like me and a bunch of these like Mexican kids would grab a tree, we'd drag it out to the water and just all grab a spot and swim out and go out to the sandbar and swim and use it as like a little thing that you grabbed when you were getting tired. And then swim back and leave it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Did other kids, so other kids would do it too?
Yeah.
You guys were all nuts. I wouldn't be doing that shit.
I mean, I don't think it was nuts.
You almost died.
In a storm. That wasn't nuts. That was poor choice. I did it plenty of times. I did it again after the storm. Just, I didn't do it during the storm.
You did it after you did that?
Yeah, I just didn't do it during the storms again. I did it several times after that, even by myself. If I could drag the tree, I was okay.
I wouldn't have done it after.
Well, you didn't grow up on the lake.
No, I didn't.
And then during the storms, I would go out because in between the wave, the only thing I had to do was watch for branches and trees because, like, one minute you wouldn't see them, And then the next minute, like, you'd see it coming on the next wave, and you, like, really had little time to react because the wave would slam it into you. But when the waves would go high like that, they would go low like that. So there would be a point where between the waves, you'd have a good, like, few seconds where you could just look at the bottom and see whatever was on the bottom in that spot that was, like, 3 feet deep before. So I used to go between the waves, try to look at the rocks real quick, see if I see anything special, and then I'd jump with the wave. So when the big wave came over me, I'd just jump and it would just lift me up, and then I'd come back down, land on my feet, look for a little bit, jump, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would probably be on the sand going, I'll find the rocks here.
Well, the spot I do this in, there was no sand, it just kind of went into the side of the cliff and rocks.
Oh, I probably would have not went with you.
I mean,
Go over there and die. I'm sitting over here.
there's a way to do it. I mean, the old man had a canoe with this little, like, 16 horse whatever engine on it. And yeah, I went out there on the storm having fun with it and stuff like that. Waves weren't too bad that day, but I was jumping with this little canoe. He goes out, puts his tackle box, everything, and just rolled. And when I say tackle box, I mean this man's Italian. He pretends to fish, so he has, like, every expensive lure you can think of. Like a $1,500 tackle box, and this man rolled it over and his shit went to the bottom right there.
Wow. My question to you is, if you could choose to do, and you can only choose one, if you choose to go back, like, in the water and do the things you did in the water, or to go back and do the things you did on your dirt bike.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, the dirt bike is, you know, all the stuff I did on the water, the short time with the dirt bike almost crippled me. But, dirt bike's fun because, like, trail riding, that's adventure. But, like, honestly, I go back to the beach.
I knew you would say that. I just knew it.
Well, there's more adventure to the beach. It was an area that just wasn't really touched by people since, like, the Civil War era. So it's just, like, treasure you found all the time.
Do you love the adventure there compared to? So if you had to choose to be lost on a little raft in the ocean or an island, what one would you pick?
Island, obviously.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I would not want to be lost on a raft on the ocean because that just spells bad time all over it.
Yeah, or lost on a raft, or lost in the mountains. Like, you know where that big mountain where the people all die on?
Everest?
Yeah.
I'll take Everest.
You would take Everest?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then all you'd have to do is walk down.
Well, it's not that simple, but the idea, yeah, you'd probably want to descend, that's for sure. But that really depends on your oxygen tank, I would assume, so either descend or it'd probably be a lot more peaceful to go in the good spot than it would be on the raft. The raft would probably be miserable, eventually you'd snap, probably be dumb enough to drink the ocean water, or your own urine, and you'd end up fucking going crazy and having seizures and going out real slow. The other one, you just fall asleep.
Yeah.
So, but I try to descend. I'm not going out fucking quiet and be like, that's it. I'm gonna be like, alright, man, I'm gonna fucking roll down this bitch. But you don't want to just go down. You gotta watch. Like, you got crevices, you got things that are covered in snow, and if you don't see rock, there's a good chance there's like a fucking, 400-foot collapse drop that's underneath that. So it's not so much getting down the mountain and the oxygen that's the problem. It's hiking down and trying to plot a good course to get down safely. I think that's going to be the real bugaboo.
Yeah, so if you ever want to climb Mount Everest, I'm not joining him.
I didn't hear you.
I said if you ever want to climb Mount Everest, I'm not joining you.
If I could afford to, would do a lot of those things, actually. Yeah, would I just go and do it like some schmuck and put everybody at risk? No, I'd want to spend like a year or two trying to get in shape and slowly build my way there.
Yeah.
And would I try to go to the peak of Everest first try? No, I'd probably go to the first camp, come back down, you know. See how I did, see how it went, and just let my body adjust and try for the second camp. And
How far is the first camp?
I don't know, but I think there's like 3 camps maybe, and then you get up and there's just that dead zone. And if you die up there, that's home.
Yeah, I would not be going to the dead zone with you. You better not go.
Well, like I said, you just gotta be physically fit. You need to have all your shit together. And like when you fall up there, like I don't know, man. I think you're more on your own. Like you gotta dig that in, or they're not gonna risk everybody over you.
Yeah. How you could pick one thing to do, like as an adventure, what would you do?
Adventure? I mean, probably like most people, RV, drive around the world.
Yeah, that sounds freaking awesome. Get an RV and drive, play RV park, and just like stop places in the middle of the day to see all the scenery.
Yeah, that would be great, and check out nature and just different things and historical things and museums and just a long trail of like things to check out. So it'd be fun, but like being being this kid I am, I don't know if I've seen too many creepypastas or seen just too many things. But yeah, I definitely want an RV that's a little bit more armored up than what they standardly come as.
Yeah, because all the weirdos.
Well, yeah, the weirdos too, but they're like kind of the least of my worries out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm more worried about like a grizzly or something coming up, you know what I mean? Or some big freaking thing deciding it's gonna now fuck with us, and I want a safe place for us to run.
Yeah, well, if we were in our RV and a grizzly bear was like outside the window, I would take my bear spray and open it up a crack and spray it right out the window at it.
Now that's hoping that there's no breeze pushing back in the window or anything, but
Oh, I didn't think about that. But but that's the thing. Either way, if you were outside with it, it would have blew the breeze towards you as well.
well, that's why I said if you had bars and stuff like that on the windows, I mean, and like you kind of redid that frame a little bit better and stuff like that, and you made that thing meant to take a few hits like that, then it'd be more comforting, you know what I mean? Even not even in the situation of a bear or like some hypothetical like big dick comes out, you know what I mean? It's not even that, like even storms, stuff like that. You're going all over, so like a lot of the weather there is unpredictable.
And do you know that when we were watching that bear video yesterday, and the guy was telling us about the bear spray, it made me think. Remember that one day we were talking about if you ever got attacked by a bear, you said take the gun and shoot it or poke it or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, and then right as I'm gonna shoot it, the bear freaking knocks the gun down, blows you in the head. Well,
I don't think I'd suggest poking the bear. I mean, I'm pretty sure if he grabs a hold of you, maybe go for the eyes, but I'm pretty sure you're in trouble either way.
But then I was thinking if he's on top of you, I just pull out the bear mace and spray the shit out of it.
Yeah, so he gets more pissed off, finishes eating me, and I'm gasping for air, blinded while the fucking bear eats me.
Well, hopefully it scares him off.
Yeah, and then I fucking spend my last moments bleeding out in the worst way. Have you heard me, Smoke Green? It's not great.
Would you like me to try save you?
Yeah, get it. I don't know. Stab the bear.
I have no chance of stabbing that bear. I would have to spray it, and then hopefully you would stab it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I participated in activities with you, and the chances of you spraying mostly the bear are pretty slim.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
So,
Oh, I'd probably be like, oh shoot it, and down. I'm sorry, babe.
we'd be the first people that would like be like trying to do some video recording and would catch a bear laugh.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then the damn thing's trying to like freaking eat me, and yeah, like I said, I get maced. Then you grab a stick trying to hit it, and then it just like turns at the last second. I get smoked in the face with this stick.
Oh my goodness.
And then you, instead of like panicking, do that thing where you're nervous and you just start busting out laughing. And I'm like, really? Now?
Yeah, I end up laughing. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I can't help it.
I mean, if we drive, just get in the truck and try to hit it, okay? Try to have my face like between the wheels so it doesn't run over by the wheels.
I'll try.
You'll most likely hit the bear more than me. I fucking hope.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, okay, his head's right there. Oops.
Or I'm gonna come out of it like Captain Dan there, Forrest Gump's best friend with the legs missing.
And I'm like, babe, just tuck it in. And then I get out of the car and I'm like, kind of swerved to the left, right a little bit when I went over with the back tire.
Yeah, as I'm sitting there like maced, beaten with a stick, half eaten by a bear, and now ran over by a truck.
Yeah, I'm like, oops, sorry, babe. You knew you shouldn't have had faith in me.
Shay sitting in the corner like, what? I was boiling water. Like,
I was boiling the water. What happened? And I'm like, we're screwed.
and then I'm like, did you get the bear? And you're like, no, it ran at the last second.
Yep. And I'm like, I think it's time that we hit the RV, you know? We don't have our little gather or anything anymore. We gotta get on the road.
Yeah, you see that shit? You see that? Now if I'm not there to do all the work, nobody said anything about hospital. Let's just pack him in the RV. I guess he's not gonna do all this stuff. Let's go home.
Your head was smushed with the back tire on accident. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Plan out handicap accessible fucking trips for the future?
No, you're basically mush. There's nothing left.
Then
Unless I only hit it a little bit. Then I can save you. But it's still, even if I'd still take your body and bring it back home with me.
oh yeah, that'll be a great life. Teachers will be right at that point.
What?
I told you you'd end up there.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. I would be afraid to hurt you. So I'd have to figure something out for that little thing.
What do you mean? You can't just leave me in my poop and say you're scared of it.
No, I wouldn't leave you in your poop. I would take care of you if that ever happened. I'd come visit.
Wait.
I'm just joking. I would take care of you.
And you know what's horrible about that? You'd come visit and I'd still save my jello for you. I hope you feel bad.
Oh, you would save your jello for me?
No, not really, because now I wouldn't. I'd probably eat the jello and just be upset about it.
No, I wouldn't eat you in a home baby. Now, if you started putting diapers in the oven, you'd be in a home. Yeah, with diapers. I just put my house on fire. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. You never know, babe. Would you change my underwear? I mean, my diaper for me? Really? So you expect me to change your dirty diaper, but when it comes down to me needing mine changed, you would get the hose. Really? Yeah, it's fine as long as it's well laid. That's what I always told Delta. I would be like, I'd change you, but I'd be coming in with the gas mask. And then you're like, or you get so old to the point that, like, when I come in with the gas mask, you're like, who are you? What? Well, lift it up and say, excuse me, sweet pea. But you'd be so far gone, you wouldn't even know who I was either. It's okay. Yeah. But that will be a fun night for you. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that to you. You think I would steal your fix? Yeah, and you know what I would like is a home that, like, me and you share the same room. And we have the same little bed, and we have our little area. Yeah, but we're couples. We can't live apart. No, you know the nursing homes that they have, and you can have like a room. Like, you know the place that I went for thing that it's like they have normal little places for them. Well, I'll have my hospital bed, my bed, and you can have your bed, but we share the same room. No, we're gonna have our own blanket. We're gonna have the kids bring us nice little comforters and everything in the nursing home. The kids can still bring our comforters. Oh no, they won't. They won't take it from you because they'll come in the room and you're like sleeping. All of a sudden, your one eye pops out, and you're like, "What are you doing?" No, like nothing. Eyes are inching their way. Eyes are inching the blanket off you. You wake up and you look your one eye and go, "What are you doing?" Nothing. And then they put it like nicely back down on you. Yeah, and then I'm like, wake up and go, what happened? That girl tried stealing our blanket. Hear me, I'm going up to the HR, whatever it is, saying they tried to steal my blanket, and because we're so old, they don't believe us. Oh my god. Screw you! Screw you! What did you say? Hey, you. Oh my god. Yeah, and you'd probably be the one eating all my pudding or jello. I'd be sick. Oh, it's both doses of the meds. Or they say, you can't take her pudding, and then you're like, yeah, and you end up sneaking it anyway, and then they look at you a little bit later, and they're like, yeah, I snuck her pudding. And then here I am, freaking not going so well because you have taken all my drugs that were in the pudding. Oh my god, I tell him, go take a Tylenol. He has a headache. I said, go take a Tylenol. This guy takes half a pill. Half! That would not even freaking touch one even pain of mine. I take 2. Oh, I want it gone. I take 2. And the max dose is 2, okay? You'll be fine with 2. Except if, like, you're not, like, if you're small. What? Oh my goodness. What, are you, what are you doing now, babe? Yeah, we've actually went over an hour and 39 minutes. Because it ended, we were supposed to end at 8, right? And 9:45. Well, thank you for joining us today at Slow to Catch On. And we will be back on Friday, babe?
Yes.
Alright. Have a good night, guys.
Well, we broke 3 things we didn't know we had. Someone clicked a button, everything went bad. We argued with the chat, the mic cut out, then the camera zoomed straight into someone's mouth. Who made it zoom like that? I thought it was the volume. Thanks for hanging while the ship caught fire. Wires everywhere like a bird's nest choir. If confusion was a sport, we'd be the masters. Thanks for sticking through this beautiful disaster. She laughed so hard, she snorted on stream. The older guy rage clicked and deleted the scene. Our tech guy said, relax, I've totally got this. Then unplugged the whole computer with confidence.